On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, carrying 239 passengers and crew, mysteriously disappeared after taking off from Kuala Lumpur. More than a decade later, the wreckage has still not been found, and the question, where is MH370, still haunts the world. Today, we explore a little-noticed theory. What if MH370 did not crash into the sea, but instead ended up on a deserted island in the Indian Ocean? Data from the Inmarsat system shows MH370 flew south over the Indian Ocean for 6 to 7 hours, reaching an area known as the Seventh Arc. The Seventh Arc is a technical and strategic designation used to refer to the last estimated area, where MH370 is believed to have made automatic satellite contact with the Inmarsat ground station before losing contact completely in the early morning of March 8, 2014. Specifically, this is a semicircular arc across the southern Indian Ocean, thousands of kilometers off the coast of Western Australia. It was constructed by analyzing the handshake signals between the aircraft and the satellite at 1:19 UTC, which is considered the last ping. The area includes hundreds of small islands and reefs, many of which are uninhabited and have never been thoroughly searched. Richard Godfrey's analysis of WSPR shortwave signals suggests the plane may have passed near 25S 95E, where the islands are located. Debris found on Reunion in Mauritius suggests it may have drifted from a nearby uninhabited island, rather than from the seabed. Given the limited data available, it is impossible to completely rule out the possibility that MH370 crashed on a small, uninhabited, unmonitored island. If the plane landed silently, in a place with no signal, no civilian radar, and covered in dense jungle or complex coral terrain, this hypothesis still has a chance, albeit a very small one. Imagine this: after losing contact, MH370 continues south, either due to a technical failure, such as loss of cabin pressure, or a deliberate act. The pilot, realizing he has no fuel to reach the airport, chooses a small deserted island as an emergency landing site. The Boeing 777 is capable of landing on less than ideal terrain, such as a flat sandbank or coral reef. If successful, passengers may initially survive, but lack of food and water will make it difficult to hold on. If the plane crashes, the wreckage may remain relatively intact, but covered by trees or waves. Why hasn't the wreckage been found? Search efforts from 2014 to 2017 focused primarily on the seabed, ignoring small, uninhabited islands. Satellite technology at the time was not powerful enough to detect the wreckage if it was covered by vegetation. Some islands, such as those near Diego Garcia, are in restricted military zones, making access difficult. But today, we have a solution: high-resolution satellites. Ocean infinity drones and artificial intelligence can scan the small islands in the Seventh Arc, especially near 25S 95E.
From an expert perspective, although most of the current data supports the hypothesis that MH370 crashed in the Indian Ocean, we believe that the possibility of crashing on a small, isolated island should still be reconsidered. Why? 1. There is a data gap from 0:11:019 UTC between the last two satellite pings, creating a blind zone where the aircraft can change direction. 2. Many small islands, reefs and shoals in the region are not well monitored, especially in the southern Maldives, Chagos, or uninhabited islands. 3. Some of the drifting debris does not match the ocean current model perfectly, suggesting that the actual crash site may be different from the assumption. Therefore, a resurvey using high-resolution satellites focusing on the small islands in the Seventh Arc is necessary. This is not only justice for the victims, but also a lesson for global monitoring.
The theory that MH370 crashed on a deserted island may not be the final answer, but it is worth investigating. With modern technology and international cooperation, we can find the truth and bring answers to the 239 families waiting. Let's expand the search, not just under the sea, but also to the deserted islands of the Indian Ocean.